I would say, as a hospital chef, the food of a hospital gets a bad rap. Those days are over. I don't want it to be known as hospital food. It's just good food.
Institutional food procurement has been a really untapped area of local food systems work. Groups like hospitals, universities, public schools have massive amounts of purchasing power. Many of these institutions are feeding, hundreds, if not thousands of meals every day. And historically, certain farmers haven't been able to access those markets.
And so you've got all these farmers that are smaller, values-aligned producers without a market. So we started having meaningful conversations with some of our key customers who really were in this not just for the purchasing transaction, but because they really wanted to build a more sustainable food system. And they were willing to step up and think about what it would look like to make a seasonal forward commitment to these growers.
Bill Green approached me a couple years ago and asked us if we could alter our process on how we order produce. As opposed to ordering what's available, could we make a little bit of a forward commitment to these farmers to let them know that what we say we're going to purchase, we will purchase? That way, that farmer knows before he's preparing for the season what his crop should look like.
In the farming world, that's everything. It's extremely important to know that your produce is sold ahead of time, because if you have 100 acres of onions and it just sits there and rots because you have no market, there goes all your time. Once you know your produce is sold, then you can comfortably plant what you need and you can definitely sleep at night a lot better.
What really helps for me is understanding and knowing that I can count on, rely on these products to be coming through my door every week. When you're making these commitments, you're committing to your staff, you're committing to your customers, you're committing to the farmers, and you're committing to yourself that you're going to put out the best product that's possibly available.
By figuring out how institutions can serve healthy, delicious local food, that is not only opening this whole new market opportunity for growers, it's also reaching some of our country's most vulnerable populations, people who rely on institutions for their food.
We are buying and selling fresh local food, but beyond that, we're making meaningful investment in the local food system. But those investments have to take place now. And so when we talk to buyers about what they're doing, I try to make sure they understand they're not just making a decision to buy food, they're making a decision about how we're going to live in the future. And that's what's really, really important.